we didn't play very error-free. A lot of penalties, and had 2 turnovers and a lot of missed tackles, and just did things that you got to take out of your game in order to win ball games. And for as many mistakes as we made, to have a close 2-point loss, I think I'll probably find when we look at the tape that our players played really hard, and they gave us a lot of effort, but we just didn't play real smart at times. And obviously that goes back to us as coaches. We got to just get them back this week and do a good job correcting mistakes. And I believe in this football team. I believe a lot of success that this season lays ahead for us is still obtainable, and our goals are intact, and we just got to do a better job of coming out and playing a cleaner ball game next week.
Seems like you would get a lot of progress going down the field, and then you'd hit that roadblock. Penalties, like you said, mistakes. Do you think it was just mental, or were they not prepared for the game, or do you think that it was just the flukes of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think there was preparation there. I mean, we had a good week of practice. What happened was they played a 3-man rush, and they dropped 8 most every snap. What happens is during the course of the ball game, they kind of give you an opportunity just to kind of dink them. It's kind of a bend but don't break defensive philosophy is what we saw. And every ball game they come out with a different defensive structure and front. And so we saw something tonight that they really hadn't shown much of. But I mean, it's not like we haven't seen that. It's the same concept we saw versus UTEP, to give you an idea. So it's not like it's a novel thing. But what happens is you get close down there into the 10-yard line, and now you drop 8 and compress it into the end zone. I mean, there's just a lot of bodies, and it's a lot of clutter, and it takes a while for receivers to stem and run through that many bodies. And so then, all of a sudden, some protection problems break down. But, we got to do a good job. I mean, it's defensively, it's some of the things you're kind of seeing being played nationally right now, and where people aren't necessarily just trying to bring pressure and blitz people. They're just trying to drop back, keep everything in front, and just break up. And so, obviously, I think, I haven't seen the stats yet, but I think we'll find that we probably move the ball up down the field at will. But you're right, just our red zone, efficiency needs to be better. And but some of the rhythm, it's hard. You're doing some things, and then some of the penalties just takes you out of rhythm. And some of the offensive success comes with the lack of rhythm tonight. And so we got to go back in and just take out of our game those things and that kind of caused us to stumble.
Well, Bailey seemed to be, when he couldn't find those receivers, like you said, there was a lot of clutter in the backfield trying to pass, and it seemed like he found ways to try to get yardage.
Well, he had a high ankle sprain against Texas Wesleyan, and he played against South Dakota, and it's a good thing that they didn't really touch him all day because he couldn't run at all. Every week his ankle's gotten better, and we're probably about 90% there, so he's still not 100%, but he's probably close. And so I think where we are right now is I think we're seeing Bailey return back to his ability to be able to create offense, and he's very talented and gifted, and he's a fierce competitor. He'll bounce back next week, and even some of these times when things were going so good there for 4 straight weeks, and it seemed like you could score in your sleep. I mean, I still think that there's a lot of good components of us offensively. We just got to settle down. There'll be things that we can learn from this ball game on tape, and we'll take into us. And it might be that we see some of this stuff now in the next couple of weeks, because some people may feel like it's a defensive scheme that is effective against us. So we need to do a good job and come back and work on it.
Well, Coach, moving forward with this group, and you'll have a day off, but you have time now to look at tape. What did you see? What are you looking forward to looking at moving forward in the conference play with the next game?
Well, I think you got to look at historically. I don't know the last time that, maybe it was Sam 4 or 5 years ago, but the conference champion rarely in our league will have, we'll have a loss. And so, the conference championship is still very much a goal that we can aspire for. And then, we're trying to get one of those 3 or 4 conference, bids to the playoffs. And so you just got to keep on competing and playing. And, the season, we're 6 games into, and we've got 6 to play, and all 6 are conference. And I mean, we all know how it is. You get a little bit of a roll of momentum, You know, just like we saw the last 4 weeks, and it kind of snowballs, and we just got to kind of capture that back. You know, got a lot of hurt guys, and they're frustrated right now, but that's okay. That means that we didn't play well enough to win, and it hurts. And so those are the kind of guys you want in that locker room, and so we'll come back, and I believe in these kids, and they fought hard. Even though we didn't always play smart, and didn't always play real efficient and clean, we played hard tonight, and that's about 51% of a lot of good teams. What they bring to the ball game every week.
All right, Coach. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck next week.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.